All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glories to Yahweh Bashmi Shah, Wahar Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the head apostles and elders, a great millstone. And Shalom, you brothers out there that's laboring in his work. So, yeah, man, this sitting is gonna be centered around a dream. Man, a wild dream I just had. You know, right now is after 5 in the morning. You know, usually, I wouldn't be up this early. But like I said, man, I just had a dream. Actually, I was up before this, and 'cause I woke up out of this dream, and this dream, man, this dream was a vision. You know, and I know it because this is one of the most. I mean, this dream right here. I mean, and all my memory, this dream right here, and maybe it's because me being in the truth, and I understand the dynamics, if you will, of the truth, and that would probably would make this dream one of the most impactful and one of the most powerful dreams I ever had. Just the element of being in the truth. But anyway, this dream, it was so real, man. And it's parts of the dream. I can really remember the dream, but it's something in the dream that I can't remember. It was something that was said to me in this dream that I can't really remember, and I'm gonna get to that. But you know what? Let me just go into the dream, right? Man, this dream was wild. It's like this, right? In the dream, it was like I was back in time, like back in my heyday, so to speak, back in high school, in my high school years, you know, and I had on a throwback jersey. It's like it was like something going on in the school, like in the auditorium, you know, like an event. And what's so crazy about the dream, like I was walking, you know, feeling myself in the dream, walking past different students. They like, "What up?" And I'm like, "What happened?" And it's like in the dream, I knew that I was back in the past. It was like I was like, "Damn, I'm back in school," you know. Damn, this dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm fly. You know, I remember it was like a group of girls. The girls be in the hall with their books and shit, and they be in a little pack. When I walked past them, all of them spoke, you know, and it was this one girl, and I remember her face, and I walked by them, and then she caught up. She left them and caught up with me, like, "Oh, so it's like that, you just walk by and just speak." I'm like, "Oh, what up?" And apparently she was like my girl, my high school girl or something. So, she chopping it up with me, and we was walking like to the auditorium. So she kissed me, and then she went back over to where her homegirls was at. Everybody was kind of sitting down in the auditorium. So I saw my old friends. They're like, "What up? What up, y'all?" I went over there with them, and remind you, in the dream, I was aware, like, damn, this dope, man. I'm back in school, and it was real, man. It was, in the dream, I was like, damn, I'm back in time, man. It's almost like if you're familiar with Back to the Future, if you ever saw that movie Back to the Future, or any of these like Twilight Zone episodes where people go back in time, and they happy to see their old friends, just to relive those days. So that's how I was feeling in the dream. You know, I, it was bigger than a dream. It was really like I was back in time, and I kind of felt euphoria, like damn. When I saw my old partners, like what up? We was embracing each other. What's happening? In the auditorium. Again, I remember, man, I got on like the throwback basketball jersey, and I'm like, wow, I remember because dudes was like, man, damn, that's dope, man. Oh, you got that one? Yeah, bro, So anyway, the auditorium all of a sudden turned to like being outside. It was like a football stadium. It's still like built like an auditorium. A football stadium is built. So the auditorium kind of turned to like being outside of the stadium, you know? And all of a sudden, it was like an announcement, like a emergency, like an emergency broadcast system or some shit. But it was on the loudspeakers at the stadium. And I can't remember what it was saying, but simultaneously while the announcement was going on, there was a fleet of damn pilots, you know. Reason why I'm calling them pilots, because this is the way they look. And I can describe them to a T, man. They was like in like a damn mechanic suit. You know how like mechanics, you had a full suit, the blue suit, with the collar up, and they had these white helmets, and they had on these damn aviator glasses, like dog shades. But they was parachuting out the sky, you know? So the announcement was on a loudspeaker, and simultaneously these these men was parachuting. They had on parachutes, and it was just an innumerable amount of them, and they was parachuting down, from the sky. And everybody was panicking, and everybody started scattering and running for their life, because in the dream you knew that they was coming to do damage, you know? Now, at this point in the dream, it was like I knew that those was the troops. I knew that this was martial law. In the dream, I was like, oh, it was like my mentality switched, to like, oh shit, this the time of Jacob's trouble right here. So we all start scattering. I'm running, and they was coming down. They was upon us so suddenly, to where when we started running, all of a sudden we was like in this big hallway, and in the hallway it was doors. It was rows of doors on the right hand of the hallway and on the left hand of the hallway. So I see people being put to death, and I saw my cousin. He just dropped like boom, and when he dropped, he rolled over. I didn't know who he was at first, but when he dropped, he rolled over, and his face was turned toward me. It was my cousin. I'm like, shit, this shit real. So I'm running and shit, and I started to notice that the troops, because they at this point, it was like, again, we was in a hall, and it was like I was running up the hall, but the troops was already in the hall, and they was busting in each door. As I ran past doors, you could see troops in the doors putting people to death, and it was chaos and rounding them up and shit like that. But one thing jumped out to me in a dream. I was like, damn, the troops can't see me. And, y'all got to bear with me on this, right? I was like, damn, the troops can't see me. So a thought came to me in the dream. I was like, shit, I must be protected, That thought kind of came to me. Because at this point in the dream, I'm aware of the truth. See, I'm aware that this is martial law, I'm aware that the elect is going to be protected. So I kind of was like, shit, I must be a part of the elect. This was the thoughts of my mind, like, because they don't see me. Damn, I see that this guy should see me, but at the same time, I still was trying to hide. So remind you, I'm in this hallway. It's a lot of chaos in the hallway, and there's doors on the right and left. Now, the way the doors were set up, the doors wasn't even with the wall. If you follow what I'm saying, it was like a door that's like maybe a foot or two behind the wall. If you can see what I'm saying, it wasn't even with the wall. Like you could be walking, then the door is pushed in the wall. Okay, so it was like one troop, and he was kind of behind me, and I was like, damn, this motherfucker see me. So I tried to dot, into the door, and I tried to open the door, but it was locked. So I was like, fuck. So I kind of just dropped down and sat on my bottom and kind of tried to hide, but my feet was hanging out in the hallway. So I thought the troop was gonna walk by, and he stopped, and he looked down at me. I was like, shit. In the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, man, the troop can see me, man. And I must not be protected. So the troop, man, and this is the deep part of the dream, and this is the part of the dream that I can't remember everything that the troop said to me. But what the troop did, remember, he got on a helmet with aviator glasses, and it's like you can't see his face. But what he did, he took off the helmet and the glasses, and he was a so-called black man with a beard, man. He was a so-called black man with a beard, and remind you, chaos going on. But he stopped at me, he took off his helmet, he looked at me and said, "Don't worry, nobody can't see you, man. You protected." And he called me something, and that's a part of the dream that I can't remember, man. This is heavy, man. I kind of remembered it when I first woke up, but now I can't remember it. Like I kind of remembered it like when I first did a summary on the dream. When I first woke up and I went over the dream, I remembered it, but right after that, I forgot it. But he called me something. I don't know if he said, man, you chosen to escape, or I don't know what he said, but what I remember what he told me was, look, they don't see you. You okay, you know? And he said, just remember to not fear. Don't fear because they can't see you. And keep that in mind. And it was like he was telling me that, like, look, if you begin to fear, they're going to see you. So just keep in mind that they can't see you because you protected, man. And in this dream, man, I mean, it was so real. Man, I mean, I can still remember this guy's face, you know? When he took off that helmet and the way he stopped, I thought he was gonna walk by me. He just stopped, you know? Then his head slowly turned over to me, man. I was like, fuck. He took off the helmet and the glasses, and when I saw his face that he was a so-called Negro, dark-skinned man with a beard, and it was a black beard. He had like a little black mini fro. Just straight up Jake, and he comforted me though. When I saw him, I knew before he even opened his mouth that everything was all right. And he said straight up, like, look, you all right. They can't see you. And he said, don't fear, and remember that they don't see you. And I'll keep that in mind now. And you're going to be all right. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he said, now hold up for a minute, I'll be right back. You just sit right here, And I woke up, man, out of the dream. So, man, like I said, man, it's after 5 o'clock in the morning. I actually woke up earlier than this, and I really, I had to wait for my phone to charge up. My phone was dead when I woke up, or else I would have immediately did the video. But I've been up since I woke up. Like I said, I've been up a minute, 'cause this dream is real, man. This This dream was real. It was a vision. I know it because the realness, it was the realness of the dream. I remember sitting down in the hallway and you could just feel, the floor. It was just that real, this dream, you know? But I really don't have no scriptures prepared, but, I got the scriptures pulled up. And, yeah, as you can see right here at the right side of the corner, it's 5:34 in the morning, man, you know? So the Spirit got on me to do this lesson. So I'm gonna end off with a quick precept that just come to mind through the Spirit. All right, Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. And you notice my phone is 2%, so I'm gonna have to, Lord will, I can do this quick before I hang up. This is Second Ezra 16 and 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, Yahweh, by Yahweh Shah, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. All right? Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is your God. And that's pretty much what the guy said in the dream. He told me, don't worry, they can't see you. Keep that in mind. No, but don't be afraid. And keep that in mind now, they can't see you. So yeah, that was just my testimony, man. Lord willing, this, inspired brothers, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is with us, man. All right? With that, shalom.